So recently, I've really gotten into a lot of Finnish indie games such as Cruelty Squad, Ultra Kill, Mice Car, and more. But one I've been playing quite a lot recently is Road to Vostok. I'd heard a lot of good things about it for a while, but I never checked it out myself, as I usually wait for the games to fully release and then see if the reception is good. But I kept seeing that it was this realistic, atmospheric, and immersive shooter inspired by games like Stalker, Escape from Tarkov, and DayZ, which got me intrigued. I tried the demo and now have some thoughts about it. It's a post-apocalyptic survival FPS taking place in the border zone of Finland and Russia, made by a solo developer from Finland, Antti, who has served in the Finnish military and was a visual game design teacher before starting the development of the game. The game currently has a free demo on Steam, and the developer has said on the game's Discord server that the game should be going into early access sometime around the end of this month, so I'd like to share my thoughts on the game before it goes into early access. At its core, the game is a tactical FPS with RPG elements like hunger, thirst, carry weight, body temperature, and mental status. In the demo, you can choose to play either in the summer or winter season, which switch between each other with time. Other than the visuals, it changes whether or not you have to manage your temperature, as in the summer, your temperature mostly stays at 100, while when playing in the winter, you need clothes to stay warm and not freeze to death. There are currently 3 maps, being the village, the border zone, and the titular Vostok. The first map you start in is the village. It has decent loot and it's the easiest to survive in, with the only real threat being the bandits, who are the only enemy in this map, and they're pretty few and far between each other, but they can still take you down pretty easily. There isn't any armor in the demo, so you're mostly unprotected, but the enemies don't have anything to protect themselves either, which means that if you can strike them first, you can win pretty easily. The final map in the demo is Vostok, a fictional Russian town, the name of which translates to East, which has the best loot, but is the toughest map to survive in, and if you die in the Vostok map, your save gets wiped completely, and you lose everything. Not like when you normally die in every other map, and just lose the stuff on your person. No, you lose everything. Your base with all your precious loot is now empty, and you have to start from the beginning. There is a permadeath option when starting, but your save getting deleted in Vostok cannot be disabled. For the early access, the developer is also planning to add 4 to 5 more maps to the game, and around 20 maps in total for the full release. There are also traders around the maps who you can barter with to trade, for example, some food for a gun, ammo for some clothes, and other things. I think the gunplay and looting is pretty fun. The maps are really well made and the graphics are decent. The game's also really well optimized, unlike most modern games. And the AI can outsmart you in a lot of situations, so it's fun to fight against. The only real complaint I have against the game is that the loot is pretty unbalanced, as sometimes you can just find a weapon with attachments and ammo in a random drawer, but for the most part, it's good enough. I think the game has a really promising future. I'm excited for the early access launch, and I think if you thought anything in this video about the game seemed at all interesting, you should give it a shot. So, sorry if the wording was a bit weird in the video, or if the video is really short. This was my first scripted video, and I wanted to get it out before the game's release. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and have fun.